Model equivalent fractions. First of all, if I write fraction like that, yes, Atash, concentrate, please. Fraction like 1/2. Is this equal to 4/8? Yes, Atash, what is your opinion?
Yes.
1/2. Is it equal to 4/8?
No.
It's not equal.
Yes, because 1/2, it's 2.
Okay, so let me use the model to see. I'm gonna use this shape and exactly the shape again. I'm gonna use it to model. Look, and the first one, I'm gonna divide it into 2 pieces, as you see. The second one, I'm gonna divide it into 8 pieces, because the denominator is 8. Yes, if I use bucket here, 1/2 is exactly like this part, right?
1/2.
This is 1/2, right?
Yes.
What about 4/8? 1, 2, 3, 4 parts over 8, right? Can you compare the two shapes? Are they the same if I delete these parts down here? Look. Are they of the same size?
No. Yeah, yes.
They are of the same size. Look. This part is exactly like this part. So 1/2 is like 4/8. What is the difference? The difference is only in the numbers. 1 is half of 2 and 4 is half of 8, right? Okay. So also, if you want to compare them, 1/2 is bigger, smaller than, or equal 4/8. How can you do that, Yazan? You remember the cross multiplication? 1
Yes.
times 8 is going to be 8. Write 8 here. 4 times 2 is going to be 8 as well. Look. Oh, they are the same, 8 and 8. So half is equal to 4/8. Okay. So if I write down here 1/2 is equal to what number over 8? How can I find the missing number? The missing number is very easy. Look, 2 becomes 8. 2 becomes 8. So I multiply 2 by what number to get 8? 2 by 4, right?
Yes.
So if you multiply this 2 by 4, you have to multiply 1 as well by 4, because they are friends. 1 and 2, they are friends. So if you multiply 2 by 4, you have to multiply 1 by 4. 1 by 4. What is 1 times 4?
No. 1 times 4 equal 4.
Equals 4. Look. 4/8 again. So this is how to model equivalent fractions. So 1 is exactly the same of 4/8. Now we are going to see a very important video about the same topic.
Welcome to Math with Mr. J. In this video, I'm going to be modeling equivalent fractions. So in other words, we'll be visualizing or seeing what equivalent fractions look like. And remember, equivalent fractions are different fractions, but they have the same value. So let's jump right into number 1, where we have two rectangles that are the exact same size, but they're cut into a different amount of pieces. So the top rectangle is cut into fourths, and the fraction we're going to start with is 3/4. So let's model 3/4. This would be 1/4,
Concentrate, dudes. Concentrate. Osama.
2/4, and finally 3/4. So that top rectangle represents 3/4.
The first shape we have here 3/4. 3/4 is exactly like this one.
Now we need to create an equivalent fraction with that bottom rectangle, which is cut into eighths. So we need to fill it in the same exact amount. So for example, if we filled it in 1/8, would we be filled in the same exact amount as the top rectangle? No. So let's keep going. 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, getting closer, 5/8, and 6/8. And we can see that they're filled in the same exact amount here. So the equivalent fraction is 6/8.
Why 6/8? If you count down 1,
Now we
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shaded parts over 8, because they are 8 parts and all they are 8 parts. So 6/8 is exactly the same of 3/4. If you use your ruler to find the lengths, they are the same lengths, right, Osama? Are they the same?
It is alright.
3/4 is exactly like 6/8. And if you're gonna use another strategy to find the answer, look, 3 multiply by what number to get 6?
2.
Multiply by 2. You know 3 and 4, they are friends, right?
Yep.
So we have to multiply 4 by what number as well?
8.
By 2. No, they are friends, 3 and 4. I multiply 3 by 2, so you have to multiply 4 by 2.
Oh.
What is 4 times 2? 8.
Because
So 3 times 2 is 6, and 4 times 2 is 8. And here we have the same size. Look. Look. They are 3. And here they are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But they are of the same size. If you use your ruler, you'll find they are the same rectangles. Okay, let's go on.
modeled those equivalent fractions. Now, in order to find equivalent fractions, you don't have to draw a model every time. I dropped a link to the video where I explain how to find equivalent fractions without models down in the description. But again, this video is about visualizing and seeing what equivalent fractions look like. So let's take a look at number 2, where we have two circles that are the same exact size but cut into a different amount of pieces. So the first circle on the left is cut into 3 pieces, or thirds. So let's fill in one of those pieces. And that will represent 1/3. So we just modeled 1/3. And the circle on the right is cut into 6 pieces, so sixths. Let's fill in 1 out of 6 to see if we get an equivalent amount of space filled in, and therefore an equivalent fraction. Not quite. So let's fill in 2/6, or 2 pieces out of 6 there. And that's more like it. We have an equivalent amount of space filled in, and therefore an equivalent fraction. So 1/3 is equivalent to 2/6. So there you have it. There's how you model equivalent fractions. I hope that helped. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, peace.
Thank you. Now open this page, please. 541, 541, 541. Yazan, open it, please. 541. Yazan Al-Ghamdi. Yazan. Shield the model. 541. Okay.
2.
Question 1. Sheet the model, then divide the pieces to find the equivalent fraction. What is the first fraction, Yazan?
Is 1/4.
So how many parts should I sheet?
4.
4?
No, 2.
Why 2? No. First of all, I need to sheet how many parts? Look, 1/4. So I'm gonna
Mhm.
sheet only one part out of 4.
Okay.
1 part out of 4. Can you see it?
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay, now let me divide the shape into 8 pieces. Why 8? Because the denominator here is 8. So I'm gonna divide all the shape into 8 pieces. Look, are they 8 now?
Yeah.
They are 8. So look at the look at the red parts. How many parts do I have now for red?
2.
2. So I have to write here 2.
Yeah.
You understand that?
No.
Yes, and you understand that?
Yeah.
Yazan, you understand that? Yazan Ghamdi? Yazan Atash?
Yeah, I know it. I know.
Okay.
It's very easy.
Okay. So, and another way we can multiply 4 by 2 to get 8. And 1 by 2 as well to get 2. So 1/4 is exactly like 2/8. Yazan Atash, do number 2.
Number 2.
2/3 becomes what number over 6? Look,
It's 3.
3/6. Are you sure? Look, 3 becomes 6. So we multiply 3 by what number?
With 3. What number gives us 3?
Yes, and I ask you 3 times what number to get 6?